wherever you are watching us, Black and White, and a brand new episode. First of all, I would like to announce that we're having rainfalls in Riyadh, and it's really severe. I guess the traffic is still stuck up till now. It started like before 3 p.m., 20 minutes or 25 minutes before 3 p.m., and up till now it's not raining it's not that strong raining now, but still cars are stuck. So if you're at home and if you're about to move or have you have an appointment, especially the north area of Riyadh, King Abdullah Road and this area, it's really full of water. Cars are swimming also in King Fahd Road. So please stay at home until the evening or even tomorrow, because the condition is really severe and we don't want more cars to be there. A lot of people are stuck. They are just standing still in their places like from an hour ago or more than that. So please stay at home and calm down. It's gonna be okay. But if you have an appointment, please try to postpone it and try to make sure that if you have someone who's in that area, make sure that they are okay and give them a sort of support, because they might be afraid. It's really bad condition if you're stuck in your car and you can even open your window because there's water just surrounding you, especially for people who have sort of phobia from water. So please try to have a contact with them and don't leave your homes and keep on watching Black and White. Today we are talking about something that I always say: we never get finished. We never reach a point where it's the end, or now we have the ultimate solution for that. Obesity is something that we are talking about every now and then because it's severe. It's increasing the percentage of it, and we don't have an ended solution for that. There are lots of solutions actually to get rid of obesity, but are people following these solutions? Are they taking care of what they eat? Are they having or are they following the healthy lifestyle that we emphasize upon all the time, or they are still keep on eating and not moving? And especially the quality of what they eat. You can eat a lot, but the quality of what you eat is very important. The theme of our episode today is "Help Me, My Baby" or "My Child is Obese." Michelle Obama, the first lady in the United States, she had this campaign. She started it last week, and it's under the banner or the slogan of "Let's Move." And because she realized that the percentage of obesity, especially among the young children and below 10 years old, it's really increasing in the United States, and this is gonna have a severe effect, and of course bad effect on the country later on. It's not only in the United States but all over the world. She had this campaign and she started to move, and of course we are now following her steps actually of moving, and we are going to talk about the children obesity, or if you have a baby who is obese, what can you do to lessen or decrease this problem. We are going to have our guest for today, Dr. Aid Al-Qahtani, who is the director, a KSU obesity chair and associate professor and consultant of obesity and MIS surgery, College of Medicine at King Saud University. And Dr. Aid is going to tell us about lots of things, interesting things actually, when we are going to come back after watching this report. Please stay tuned with Black and White and the children obesity and obesity in general, but especially with children. Please stay tuned.
To the White House. This led to our new initiative, Let's Move. Let's Move is a nationwide initiative that basically focuses on 4 key components. First, we want to improve information and the tools that parents need to make the changes that are desired in their families. The second is that we have to improve the quality of food in our schools. That's where kids are eating many of their meals, and we have to do a better job of making sure that that food is quality. Third, we need to improve access and affordability of healthy foods. We have to eliminate food deserts in this country, and we need to do it now. And finally, we have to increase physical education for our kids. We need to get them moving. And we're going to be relying a lot on major sports organizations to help us achieve that goal. And we're very excited about that. Let's Move is going to take families out of their isolation and give them the nationwide support that they need in a whole range of industries to get their kids on track to live healthier lives, to eat right, to get more exercise, and to be ready to face the challenges of the future.
Sulaiman Ashari, Obesity Research Chair in King Saud University, organizes a workshop on obesity and changing lifestyle. And talking about this workshop with us now, Mr. Galia Nazir Abduddin, the Clinic Dietitian Deputy Chair Director. First of all, I'd like to welcome you, Galia, in our program, White and Black. And let me ask you about this workshop. Could you give us a brief about it?
Yeah. Actually, thank you so much for your support. The media is an excellent channel for us to pass our message. And actually, the workshop, the first idea was created to make our channels with the public shorter, and we want to be closer to them, and we want to send a message to them how important is obesity. Obesity is not a matter of how do you look like, an obese or thin or something. It's a major issue. It's an underlying cause for a lot of chronic diseases. So we have thought of doing this workshop to tackle the problem from telling them what is obesity in simple words, where does nutrition fit in obesity, and where does the physical activity fit in obese children and even inactive children, and where is the psychology from all of this. How are the mothers going to deal with an obese child and with children? How they are going to fight all of these strong things coming to their children from all around the world, from fast food, inactivity, sedentary lifestyle, etc. And finally, we are giving them the solutions for obesity, and we're telling them, please change your lifestyle. Even if you had to do any surgery or take any kind of medications, you have to change lifestyle.
Mr. Rai, regarding to your, let's say, participation, the topic of your participation in this workshop, let me ask you about why do you want to prevent the obesity simply?
Actually, it's not only me, it's the world. It's now becoming, it might become the first threat in the world in 2010 and the coming years. And our children are now attacked by obesity, not only the elderly people or the old people or the parents. Besides, it is an underlying cause for more than 30 chronic diseases: cancer, diabetes type 2, heart diseases, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, kidneys, liver, fatty liver, and name it. And even depression. Scholarship is going really down with obese children, and even their mentality, genetic problems, a lot of things that it's happening around because of obesity. And something that we can really change in hands. Something is in our hand, in the patient's hand, in the public hand, in the policymakers, in the educated people, schools, everywhere. If we can put hand in hand, we can really tackle this problem, even if it took us years.
Okay. Mr. Ghali, back to the workshop. As we noticed that it's a kind of social activity of this research chair. How do you see the, let's say, the interaction of audience and the attendant in general?
I really love it today. and I'm asking everyone to come over in the coming workshops, because without our audience, we cannot fight obesity. They are their channels. We have gave them cards that they are friends of our chair, and they are. We are passing our message, and we need them with us. We need their support.
Welcome back, and we're talking about obesity, and Sheikh Ali bin Sulaiman Al-Shehri Obesity Chair. First, I want to welcome Dr. Aid Al-Qahtani, the Director of KSU Obesity Chair and Associate Professor and Consultant of Obesity and MIS Surgery, College of Medicine at King Saud University. Welcome, Dr. Aid, to Black and White.
Thank you so much, Marwa. Thanks for you, and thanks for Channel 2 and putting this topic in their agenda and discussing an important topic, definitely, which is obesity.
Yeah. I want to have an idea about Sheikh Ali bin Sulaiman Al-Shehri Obesity Chair. As when you hear that, you think of it as a chair. So why is that name, and what's the role of it actually at King Saud University?
Thanks, Marwa, because some people, when they hear this chair, I think it's just a place to sit on it, and it's not really like that. First of all, I would like to thank Sheikh Ali Sulaiman Al-Shehri, who is really sponsoring this chair, and it's a grant by which people donate monies to the universities, different universities or anywhere in the world, and develop an academic unit through which there will be a topic that will be tackled. In this regard, Sulaiman Al-Shehri, Sheikh Ali Sulaiman Al-Shehri, has donated the money to fight obesity in integrated manner with King Saud University. So it will be some sort of activities in different fields, and we'll be really talking about clinical services for our patient. We'll be talking about training individual and professionals in relation to obesities, how to fight it, how to treat it, how to deal with it. We'll be also executing some sort of basic science and clinical research. We'll be also developing our postgraduate and undergraduate studies. So there are a lot of issues related, and most importantly, as you can see with Michelle Obama and others, strategies and policies. We don't have strategies, we don't have policies in the country or abroad. So we are supposed to start heavily in providing these strategies and policies, not on just school level or cities or other, but really as a global issues.
Actually, when you're talking, Dr. Aiden, while I'm seeing this report with Dr. Ghali as well, I was wondering how like 10 or 15 brand names had caused the whole world a major problem. Actually, it's not only because of the junk food, but we learned to eat junk food through those 15 brand names, and keep on eating sweets and not having lots of vegetables and a lot of healthy food. I want to know more about the children obesity. What is that, and how can a mom tell from the very early beginning that my baby or my child is obese?
Thanks. Now, in terms of the definition, what is it? Now, how could I know if my child is an obese or a child or not? The best way for any individual is to go for the weight divided by the height square, i.e. take the height, change this height to a meter, multiply by itself. Let us say 180 centimeter height, for example. This will be 1.8 multiplied by 1.8. This is just down. Up is the weight divided by this number, the result of this multiplication. That will be called body mass index. Now, we will come to this body mass index and plot it in a graph. Now, for simply an adult, we use body mass index more than 25 to 30. This is called overweight, and above 30, that's obese. Now 30 to 35, first degree obesity, 35 to 40, second degree, and more than 40, what we call it morbid obesity or killing obesity.
But is there any sign, Dr. Aid, that a mom can tell just having a look upon
Yes.
your child, or we see these machines at malls, at different sites, where they calculate the body mass index for you.
Yes.
Can this be helpful for moms?
Yes, it is very helpful. In general, there are different ways to. First of all, you look to their child and you see, well, this child is chubby, is really not, his weight is not normal. So whether it's obese,
Chubby is a problem?
well, yeah, it's overweight, and overweight will lead to obesity. And so we should.
Starting from what age, doctor?
Now, this is a very important question, because obesity starts from antenatal, even before delivery. The risk of developing obesity even from intrauterine life. Why? The mother who's really obese, there is a risk for a child to be obese. The mother who's diabetic, there is a risk of child to be obese. And then afterwards, those who don't feed their baby are more prone to be obese. Those really who are, for example, watching TV, for example, while first year, second year, more than 2 hours a day, are more prone to be obese. So there are a lot of multiple factors that are associated with obesities, even intrauterine and forwards.
Okay, Dr. Yes, sorry to cut you, but I just want this to be clear. Especially before 3 years old, you find babies like they're having their tummy or their belly is a little bit big, and whenever you ask pediatrician, they say this is normal because their organs are not yet organized. This is number one. Number two, lots of moms, they breastfeed their children, and the other part of moms, they give them the artificial milk, which they say, or most of the people claim, that it makes children a little bit chubby.
Yes.
So some of the moms, and I know that they feed their children only healthy food, vegetables and fresh juice or sugar-free, and yet their children are chubby. Is it because this artificial milk?
We know formula milk or formula feeding is a risk of developing obesities.
Really?
Absolutely, 100%. And this has been proven. This is why we are saying breastfed babies are less prone to develop.
Sometimes mom, she doesn't have enough milk to breastfeed her child.
We always in our life weigh benefit and risk. They will say, well, there is no mother milk. Fair, we have to give it, but we have to give it in accordance with other issues, follow up, weighing the child frequently, and making sure it's within that range of accepted, what we call it, weight for age or height for age. Now, if I weigh somebody and is really beyond the percentile, what we call it, the curve, then we know there is a problem with this child.
And we should stop this formula.
Not stop, but modify it and play with it. I mean, you don't need to overfeed. There are many families, they overfeed. They are happy to see their child is really chubby and having that really very obese everywhere, and they think it's healthy. It's not really healthy. End of the day, we know, we are not talking about small babies, for example, but we know those who are really young children, like let us say 5-6 years, who are obese, 70% of them will go as adult
diabetic.
obese. Adult obese. So, well, what are we waiting? This is why United States and Canada and other European countries, they are really making red flag for this problem. Because if I am waiting for a generation, now this Saudi population, as you know, 60% are below maybe 25 years of age, are in this age. Now, is this obese generation going to develop a country or improve a country? No. So we are really, and in fact there is a statement raised by American leaders in the military saying obesity is a threat for the security of the country.
True.
It is true. I mean, because
you can have an army of obese people.
Not only that, but the first reason to reject people from going to army is obesity.
Yeah.
So really, you don't have people to hire, and then you don't have people to work. So it's all a problem. So definitely, childhood obesity is a risk for adult. We know 70% will go to adult. There are many
and they will be diabetic as well, doctor.
They will be. Now, this is another reason, and maybe you have seen it in the video for Michelle Obama. We are seeing more diabetic type 2 are usually a disease of adult. Now, where are we seeing it now? In kids. Now, cholesterol, hypercholesterolemia or high cholesterol, high lipids, fatty liver, and even cirrhosis, liver changing to be cirrhotic, fibrotic, seen in children. Why? Because of obesity. What we call it NASH, which is non-steatotic hepatitis or type of hepatitis. We see it in kids. We see people who are unable, and maybe on the videos we will see something like this, where we see some kids unable to sleep. They sleep sitting. Why? Sleep apnea. Because of obesity. We have girls who have their problem with their menstruations, like about 12 years of age or so, because what is called polycystic ovaries. We have people who are really having problem with their heart even in a young age. That's another problem. Joint, people unable to walk because of pain. I have some patients in my clinic, and if you see them, you'll be shocked. I mean, their body is really, their legs is hanging. You have what we call it lymphedema and swelling in their legs. They cannot live their life. There is no quality of life whatsoever, and they are threatened to die anytime. I have 3 kids. They have a special syndrome called Prader-Willi syndrome.
Yeah.
And they arrested 3 times because of sleep apnea. Their oxygen stopped from reaching to their heart. They stopped, and they resuscitated them. And because of this obesity. I mean, we should understand it's a major problem. There are a lot of things to discuss about obesity, from causing it, from what we are supposed to do to prevent obesity, and what we can do for the long term in terms of policy, procedures, strategies, and others.
Yeah. Again, I just want to leave this point because this part of age, I mean below 3 years old, where you sometimes you give your baby like cereals and the formulated milk, and you don't know when to stop that. For the families who don't overfeed their children, okay, they give them the amount that is written upon the box of the milk, and also under the supervision of a pediatrician, and they agree upon that.
Yes.
Go with that milk. So when you see that your baby is still overweight, or let me have the other side of the question: how to feed 2-year-old child, and then 4-year-old, 6-year-old, how to feed them? What is the regular daily healthy recipe for them?
No, the daily healthy recipes is to follow usually the usual routine about every 3 hours, and there is a calculation, the dietitian based on their weight. For example, calculated usually about 80 ml per kilogram every 3 hours or so. So usually there will be routine that everybody will know this child is taking normal formula, normal amount every 3 hours, not really hyperphagic, what you call, not really asking for a lot of intake. Then we know it's normal. Now, your end result, we should not have every family worried about what I am giving and what not giving. Let them weight their child and have some weight, weigh their child and have the weight, for example, every 6 months, every year. And then plot that on their percentile or their age, their height and weight and age. So they will come up with is it within that range? Then good, continue. There's no, you know you are doing well. You make sure you really add, if you need iron and others, with your pediatrician or whatever, vitamin D, which is very deficient in most of the families, unfortunately. So you know you are in that range. If you see your child is beyond that level, then you know there is a problem. If the weight is above the expected weight for that age, then you know there is a problem. Follow it up with your doctor, see your physician, and he will adjust it for you. But don't forget about it. The idea, the message from this age, especially the early age, don't think, a child who's really overweight in your eyes
is somebody
is healthy in reality. It's not that good things to continue that.
Some people think that when they grow up they are going to lose it.
Not all of them. We say 70%, especially those who are above 2 to 5 years. Those who are above 2 to 5 years of age will continue as adult obese unless they do something, intervention, some sort of lifestyle or others. So this is important aspect they should understand now.
Now I guess we're having a report that is ready. We're going to have another report. We'll be back. Please stay tuned.
With us now one of the participants in this workshop. First of all, I'd like to welcome you on our program, and could you introduce yourself?
I'm Haifa Shamsi. I'm a psychologist working in obesity chair. This is my part in the...
Mrs. Haifa, let me ask you about your participation, and could you give us a brief about it?
Okay, I'm a psychologist. I attend this team maybe 4 months ago. It's my main goal to work with the parents and even the child to help them how to change their lifestyle, how to change their behavior, to help the child to eat in a healthy way, even to make the exercise and use the exercise and use all the program they will be given by other team. This is one of my
Regarding to your specialty, how important is it to prevent the obesity, let's say?
Okay, we have a strong rule here in this department, because all the family, they came and they want to change their child behavior, and they don't consider or see their own behavior. And not just the child, it's about lifestyle. They have to change their lifestyle, their attitude, how to help the child even to step by step to fix their behavior. But all the parents, they change just the child behavior, and they forget even their roles, because a lot of studies and a lot of research it bent in family lifestyle. It's not just the child and their own behavior. No, it's all of the family. They have to participate and concentrate into changing their lifestyle. Yeah.
Mrs. Haiba, we talked about our social, let's say, life and let's say cultural in Saudi Arabia. Do you think does it affect that regard?
That what? Sorry.
Let's say, increase obesity and obesity.
Yeah, we can find a lot of child that are obese, and maybe the family just they concentrate in the obesity, and they don't know there is maybe another psychosocial factors like depression or anxiety or eating disorder. Maybe it let the child have this obesity. Then we have to rule all these things, and then if they don't have it, we will work in the obesity as a part of the child problem. And sometimes even the psychosocial stressors in the home, it's let the child have something we call it emotional eating. The child, when he's upset or angry, he will start to eat just to release this tension. And this kind of the things we have to let the family to consider it and even to think about it, and help the child when they have this to change this habit to get to other habits. يعني.
Welcome back. We are still talking about obesity, especially for children. That's what we are focusing about today. And just before the report, Dr. I just told us some notes about how to figure out if your child is obese, and the healthy food and the formulated milk. And what was the most important thing that Dr. Aid mentioned is that it's very important for moms to breastfeed their children, and if you cannot, you should follow the formulated milk. But you should weigh your child frequently and make sure that he is in the range of the ordinary weight for that age and for that height. Dr. Aid, also I want to know more about the strategies that should be taken at home, schools, in cities, how to during your weekend, how to spend this weekend, because it's going to involve a lot of eating, because you're outside, so you're going to eat outside. How to make this in a healthy way so that it doesn't result in having obese children later on.
This is, I think, if we come up from this episode by just really focusing on this, we'll be really achieving our message to the public. Policies and strategies are very important. Let us say start with at home. So what should we do? What should the family do? The family should imagine their home as an environment that has nothing but healthy food, healthy life, and healthy style. It's not difficult to apply this. What she should do, or the person in charge of that home, make sure everything in the kitchen is healthy. So start by choosing, by shopping. When you shop something and bring something to your home, you should make sure it's really healthy at home.
Are we going to deprive children from chocolate and sweets?
Yes, but not deprived.
Yeah.
Once a week is okay. You make a break. So you say, okay, I'll give it once a week. Fast
children,
food.
we can increase this. I mean, for adults, for myself, I make it once a week because I'm 29 years old. But for children, it could be more.
There will be a room to go and give more. However, you must make sure that if you are adding chocolate here and adding chips there and adding fast food there and adding soft drink there, then you are losing.
Yeah,
but if you say, okay, they are otherwise okay, fulfilling what I am looking for, then you can add one.
I guess that eating at home through all over the week, eating at home, homemade food, and you can give just